My dear Sitecore family, how are you guys? Well, I have some more folks from the Sitecore community here with me today, and we're going to talk about our experience at SUGCON. A lot of us had a first-time experience. Some of us have been there earlier. So, just let's introduce and get started on this journey. So, let's start with Shell.
First of all, thanks for having us here. My name is Shail Bhatt, and currently I am working here as an associate lead. And for my background, I have near 7+ years of experience with different technologies.
And this was your first SUGCON?
Yeah, first.
Alright. So, how was your experience?
Experience was pretty good. This was although my first ever conference which I have attended at this big scale. Initially, I had no idea like how it's going to be. I only had the ideas that I'll go in there and I'll attend the sessions. But the moment it started, the experience was different people from different background, different companies came in there. We had a lot of discussion and chit chats, and there were a lot of learnings which I was able to extract from those conversations. So that was pretty good. And if I talk about the sessions, the topics were so diversified that I have not only got the knowledge for some particular domains, but the knowledge came out of those conversations was were very helpful. In terms of if I talk about the session, the topics were so diversified. So the topics which I haven't knew earlier, I got some basic idea. The topics which I knew earlier, I got some advanced idea. So yeah, it was a pretty good experience.
Okay. Well, Krishna?
Yes. Hi, so my name is Krishna. I am a senior DX engineer at Horizontal. So I'm working more into front-end technology, but now I'm exploring and learning more into Sitecore headless technology. So I have completed almost 5 years in IT field, and in July I will complete 3 years in Horizontal. So yes.
Yeah, and this was which number of SUGCON you attended?
It was also my first event, and yeah, I was nervous and excited at the same time, and it was very huge platforms so explore and opportunity to meet other people's like technical expert. Also got a chance to connect with them, network with them, and know about their experience and their working technologies.
Nice. Nice. Ajay?
Hello everyone. Myself Ajay Gaur. I work as DX engineer at Horizontal. I have total 5 years of experience in .NET, and from last 3 years I am working in Horizontal as a Sitecore developer. And I hope you are doing fine.
And how was this? Was which number of SUGCON?
Yeah, this was my first SUGCON event. It was pretty good.
Nice. Okay, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, we met lot of influential people. We met lot of MVPs, so it was pretty amazing. We learned a lot of things, and we get to know about Sitecore insights for next coming Sitecore 10.5 and all that. So it was pretty interesting.
Nice. Cool. Hey, Priyanka.
Yeah, hello everyone. As Varun mentioned, my name is Priyanka and I work here at Horizontal as Senior DX Engineer since 2 years now. I came with more than 6 years of experience throughout in the technology industry. I started working with .NET background. I worked in .NET MVC and Core for 4 years, and I am in Sitecore since 2 years now. So yeah, that's all about me.
Well, that calls for a different level of podcast, I see. But maybe some other time.
For sure.
Well, so which number of SUGCON was this for you?
This was my consecutive second year at Bangalore SUGCON. Yeah.
Alright. And how was your experience?
I would say the experience was pretty amazing, as like this was consecutively second time. So I had some of the expectations because I reconnected with few of the folks with whom I have already connected last year at Delhi. So I reconnected. We like talk about various things like which we were talking last year about, like what we have progressed, how the Sitecore technology is going. So that reconnecting with people and also meeting new amazing people there was like kind of a great experience, I would say. And also the experience was pretty different from the last year as well, because last year the updates, we didn't get most of the updates about Sitecore, but this time we got so much insights about Sitecore, like how they are progressing in AI, and about Sitecore search, how it is going ahead. So yeah, it was informational, and I would say it was overall a great experience.
Cool. Yes. Well, I'm sure you all recognize that face besides Priyanka. It's Girish. Yeah, Girish. What about you, man? I mean, which number of SUGCON was this for you?
This was my first SUGCON. As I was the strategy MVP this year, so I got the chance to attend SUGCON. So it was a pretty amazing experience for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you connect with other MVPs at SUGCON?
Yeah. So yes, I did connect, and along with that, I started my journey with Sitecore a couple of years back. So initially, it was pretty new for me, and as we all do, I started googling about whenever I got stuck. So there were a lot of blogs, videos that I referred, and it gave me a chance to directly connecting with people who helped me in my initial stages when I was trying to learn Sitecore. And then I also got a chance to connect with other people whom I helped indirectly through my blogs. They referred my blogs and they provided them feedback. And other than that, I was able to connect with other Sitecore partners, and we could we shared ideas on what better can be done, on how the products can be leveraged on solving the business problems. And over that, the showstopper was connecting with the Sitecore top leadership one-on-one. So that is one experience I would like to have again. And they have the chance. I got the questions they answered. So this was a wonderful experience for me.
Yeah, meeting them one-on-one was, I think, nice. Nice. Right. So Purvi.
Yeah. So hi everyone, I am Purvi Sangani. I have around 10 plus years of experience in mobile application development, and it was a great experience. It was my first SUGCON, and it was pretty different for me because I don't work totally with Sitecore, but indirectly with Sitecore. So I am with Horizontal from last 1.5 years, and with a great expert here, we tried to merge the two words of Sitecore and mobile, right? And we have explored many things. So it was my privilege to speak. I was a speaker there, so to speak about that details and connect with different people and see the different perspective of the different people, right? So yeah, it was a great experience as well.
Well, great that you mentioned about speaking. Was this kind of your first speaking engagement as well?
Yes, it was my first.
So how was it? I mean, you had a stage.
So yeah, I was it was a great experience for the first time. Our audience was great, very engaging session it was, and yeah, it was a great experience.
So something that really brings me to this is we all are like front ends and back ends, but then you are from mobile. So how do you look at this particular perspective of having content from Sitecore being available in mobile, and how that works?
Yeah. So basically it is pretty amazing because the entire app can be dynamically handled through Sitecore, right? So for us, applications releases are pretty difficult. In case if you want to release something new, some dynamic features, right? At that time you need to go through the app review process, and it is a very hectic process for especially for iOS part. So in that case, Sitecore can help. We can have dynamic content, dynamic data, personalization driven through Sitecore. So many things can be handled at the application and through Sitecore. So yeah, definitely it's a great backend tool.
Yeah, and eventually I think it can also support omnichannel experiences, because whether you go on a website and
Yeah,
have some experience versus go
Yeah.
on a mobile application.
same. We can create a connected experience with that.
Yeah. Alright. Well, who all others were speakers out of the group?
Yeah.
I was.
Me.
I was also.
Oh, nice. Well, let's start with you, Krishna.
Yeah. So actually, Sitecore gives us very huge platform, and it was amazing opportunity to showcase our knowledge and ideas. So it was my first time overall, and our topic was also important SEO and accessibility. I was little bit nervous, but thanks to Jatin, he was calm and supportive. So we delivered very well.
So, can you elaborate a little better?
Yes, so we use different technologies, Node.js, PowerShell script, and Sitecore CMS. So basically, what happened when content editor click on the page level on the option through the PowerShell script, it will call third-party API, which we added using Node.js. So we use Node.js because it is lightweighted. And in Node.js application, we are calling OpenAI. We are using 3.0 module.
4.0, I believe.
3.0 we can use any module.
Yeah.
3.0 turbo, 4.0, 3.5 turbo as well.
Okay.
So
okay.
based on our requirement, we can use any module, or we can also train ChatGPT modules as well for our requirement. So we can use any module, and then based on result, we are showing that result on pop-up for accessibility report, and for SEO we also have fields keyword, title, and description on page level in CMS. So we are replacing that data into that field.
It's pretty nice. I mean, it's a very generic use case that any of us can have on the website.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, Ajay, what was yours?
It was really good. I have some mental barriers, like I have a stage fear, and to speak in such a large, such a good platform in such a large public, so I got bit hesitate. But eventually, when I started preparing for it, and slowly, with the help of my horizontal colleagues, with the help of Varun, Khushbu, and Nidhi and Sri Krishna, so it was a pretty smooth journey. So I covered all the technical details, then we prepared for it, and when we started speaking on the stage, it was pretty good. Audience was quite engaging, so it was pretty good. So overall the experience was good. It was quite new for me, and it was good.
And what was the topic, Ajay?
So our topic is mainly focused for marketers. So how can marketer use XM Cloud Forms, Sitecore Connect, and Sitecore Send to fulfill their marketing journey? So it cover like how can you generate more leads, how can you send them personalized mail, how can you trigger some triggered campaign for any Diwali or something, like any festival campaigns. So we covered a whole marketing scenario.
Well, I remember one point from Ajay's presentation. Unfortunately, our presentation was conflicting, so I could not attend his, he could not attend mine. But I remember one point that during our presentations in different rooms, breakout rooms, electricity went out,
Yeah.
right? And the way these guys handled was so swift. Like, of course, there is automation for marketing, but there is no automation for electricity. So,
And
well, that was.
I just also want to appreciate your point. Can you just recall that? Can you just tell us again what was your point?
Well, so I and Chirag were presenting on CDP and how we can, put all the data from there out to Power BI, and we were at a point where we were actually showing the data being flowing from there to Power BI. So when the electricity went out, I just said probably the data was pretty heavy.
Yeah. At the same time, you were trying to upload the large file, and you
Yeah.
said that.
Exactly. Well, yeah, it was just fun, but it was different. Just electricity is going out, it was fun.
Same
And-
happened in our session too. Like the
Yeah.
electricity went up at the third slide only.
Yeah.
Like we just started only, and then
Yeah.
but okay, like that was again a different experience, like handling those stuff and coming out of it and having that great session at the end.
I mean, I don't think so. Basically, what happens in these presentations, because we are the experts, right? Like we have prepared the topic in and out. So, and our motto is to just show and make, add value to the time that people are spending. So I think once that is in our mind, everything else just follows. Well, Priyanka, you are also a speaker. So, how was your experience? I think you spoke last time as well, and this time as well.
Yeah, so like this time also, like I can again say like this was consecutively second year as a
Yeah.
speaker. So
Cool.
yeah, I spoke about like XM Cloud embedded personalization versus psycho personalized. Like our intent was delivering the difference between them, like when and how you can utilize both of the products, when you can use what feature of those products, like for your use cases, and like what you want to personalize experience deliver to your audiences or customers. So me and Khushbu, we talk about that topic. If I talk about the experience as a speaker, yeah, I would say like even you were a speaker last time too, so you know how much efforts like it takes to deliver that much content, because like we started preparing about the topic a month back before the SUGCON, and like we prepared the slides, we prepared the content, and of course we had implemented 4 use cases because we wanted to engage the audience with us through the experiences we want to deliver, because the topic was personalization, again a trending thing which is going on, like e-commerce is talking about personalization as and when. So we wanted to interact with the audience based on the use cases we have implemented, because those gave them the target, like which through which even if they are technical or not, like even if they are marketers, they know when to use those products and how they can utilize the features of them as well. So yeah, we implemented 4 use cases, like we prepared thoroughly throughout the month, and then we if I talk about the stage, like I would say again, I love being on stage, so that was a like cherry on the cake for me. So like the session was great, like and I would also like to add that the audience was very interactive. Like they interacted, and that gave us that confidence, like what we wanted to deliver is getting delivered exactly the way we wanted. Yeah, so that was like at the end I was feeling entitled, like yeah, what I wanted to do is now delivered.
Yeah, and last year you spoke on what particular topic?
Last year we spoke about, like again I was with Khushbu only. So we spoke about AI, like how we can leverage the AI functionalities in JSS application and basically Sitecore. Like we covered like multiple Sitecore products, like how we can create recipes in Sitecore Connect and everywhere, and how we can get those data from AI, like basically ChatGPT, and deliver it through the user interfaces. So we talk about AI again, like the trending technology. AI was trending last year a lot, and like everyone was talking about it. Sitecore was not, like they have not started using AI back then, but like we had sessions this time through like Sitecore leadership. Like we came to know about they are planning to integrate AI features in Sitecore as well. So basically, this was what last year we presented, like what can be done in Sitecore and how we can leverage AI into it.
Yep, that's a good one. So, Shail, which all sessions did you attend, and what sessions did you feel were kind of your favorites?
Yeah, so I think I have attended almost all the session. Unfortunately, I missed yours. Because
Yeah,
I
I'm going
was
to be
there
angry
in
about it. Yeah, I know.
I was there in all these sessions. But from the session one, I think we had keynote, and after that, the sessions which I found very much interesting are the sessions from Purvi, because that session revolved around how we can connect mobile application with Sitecore technology. I mean, I never thought that it's possible, but seeing the implementation they had, the journey they had, the challenges they have faced, are the things which were pretty good to know. After that, the session from Krishna and Jatin, accessibility and SEO. As she mentioned, I mean, SEO and accessibility are known things. They both have serves different purpose, and to utilize both of the things, it's time taking. We have to think what is the best content to go in there, which will boost your website for a public reach. Having a solution integrated inside core which will reduce those human efforts, the time spending behind that, was pretty good to know. Apart from that, sessions related on Sitecore search regarding personalization. The sessions from Peter was also quite amazing because that was the area I had no idea that something like this can exist. So yeah, if I talk about my journey, same as Purvi, as I closely associated with front end department. I don't usually work with Sitecore regularly, although I also have experience with Sitecore in my previous organization, but that was different. Now, especially as the headless era came in, product like XM Cloud and the composable stack comes in, and the sessions which I have attended has helped me a lot. My curiosity has been increased, and as we know, like if you are curious about something, it will help you push yourself in learning and deep diving about those things. So I'm really looking forward for the journey ahead.
Great. So Girish, you are also at the horizontal MVP bar and giving out ice creams to people. What was your experience? I want to hear that as well.
My experience was very nice. Like people came in, they had their own questions, they had their own insights on the products and how we had a little chat on what the Sitecore leadership presented on AI being allowed to be integrated with the Sitecore products. So on the future and how AI can be leveraged.
Nice. Who all had ice cream at the horizontal MVP bar?
I guess all of us.
All of us, right?
All of us.
And not one, multiple of us.
I
Yeah.
tried every flavor.
You tried every flavor? How was it?
It was amazing.
Which Sitecore product in the candy was your favorite?
I like mango one, mango XM.
XM mango.
XM mango.
I
Nice.
couldn't eat it because I was behind the counter offering them.
I can understand that. So Purvi, how was your interaction with the Sitecore leadership team? I think you were also talking to them a little bit.
Yeah, so basically, the other I was surprised that many of them also have tried the same approach. So they came with different questions, and we had interaction around what were the challenges, and yeah, that part was great.
All right. And what was kind of your highlight of SUGCON this year?
Highlight of the SUGCON, yeah.
Like if you have to remember SUGCON with that one particular moment, what would that be?
My presentation, of course. It went well. Yeah.
Makes sense,
Awesome.
absolutely. Krishna, yours?
Yeah, so obviously my presentation, but apart from my presentation, there are two more presentations which I like because currently I'm working in same technology which are related to Sitecore search. So Akash and Diptano presentation was amazing for me because I'm working with same technology and same scenarios. So it was very informative. Similarly, I like Rob's presentation. It was chatbot related to Sitecore's questions and he developed based on the Sitecore search and OpenAI. So that is something currently I'm working on it. So it was very informative for me.
Priyanka, yours?
I have 3 highlights.
Okay.
like-
Always one more.
Yeah, like I'll not keep my session or presentation here, because that's obvious. But apart from that, the key highlight for me was like horizontal presenting 8 sessions. Like if I'm correct with the numbers, like the 8 sessions and 8 of them were diverse. Like everyone was speaking about something very different and very diverse, and they got into the depths as well. Like they were just not presenting the content. Everyone has use cases and like build up
Demos.
or the POCs they can deliver. Like they were having working demos with them. So yeah, that was the highlight. First highlight, I would say. The second, I would say the horizontal booth. Like everyone was enjoying the swags, the interactions that were happening there. Like we were interacting among ourselves as well with the audiences. Like every person there was coming to us, talking about technology, the other stuff, the projects that we have worked on. Apart from that, like we were chit-chatting about the sessions happening there, the Sitecore community. That those interactions were so insightful. Like you came to know about things which were not like you even not have thought of. So those interactions were obviously like for me, like those were the highlights. And at last, like this SUGCON inspired me, like I should go the next time too. So that was also a key highlight, I
Yeah,
would say.
absolutely. Well, SUGCON, so from my past experience, I would say SUGCON always inspires.
Yeah,
And the best thing is people.
yeah.
You know,
The
you
people.
meet a lot of people, some known faces,
Some
many
of
new
the
faces.
Some of the virtual faces you have seen them
Yeah.
on some like YouTube video or the blogs you have read, and then you meet them in person.
I mean, think about it. How cool it was to meet Roger.
Yeah.
How cool it was to meet Ivan.
Tamas. Like we
yeah.
have seen him everywhere. He came for the first time, I guess, in the SUGCON in India. Like that was meeting him was like how patient he is. I can imagine like he was collaborating with every presenter there. He was asking one-to-one like if you have some issues, you need something, and even he was presenting himself as well.
Yep.
So yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah. Shell?
Yeah, so in terms of highlight, I'll also say the interaction with people, because if you think of one scenario, we usually work with same kind of people. Okay, the platform like SUGCON gives you the opportunity to interact with people from different platforms, organizations. So what happens is that we interact with each other. The discussion will only revolve around technical things,
Yeah.
but what you can extract is that okay, I am working on a project, they are working on a project, but how they are working differently,
Yeah.
what are their learnings, what are their working style. So that gives you a lot of learning, lot of things to adopt. So that was one of the highlight, I would say.
So, Girish, you also work from not just a platform specialist, but also from a business analyst perspective. So I think you always have a different perspective when I look at things. You know.
Yeah.
So what was your insight? What was your highlight of SUGCON?
So my insight or takeaway from SUGCON was like all the presentations that I have seen at SUGCON, they were mostly solving a business problem rather than just demonstrating like what we know as technology. They were trying to solve a business problem, and which is what is important in today's world. It's not just delivering what you know, but how does it add value to the business? So,
Ajay, what about you?
So I have two highlights. So when we were presenting, so we have we have QR codes to our forms. So we created two forms, and the key highlight is when we display that form, audience is quite engaging. So we got like 60-70 entries. So it was quite good. So we got more confident, and we explained all the technology in detail and more confidently. So it was pretty good. And second thing is when we work on a project, we don't have that. We have a client interaction, but we don't have that much connecting or like that. So, but when we were on booth, we were connecting with clients. They were saying what they problem are they facing, and that chit chat was quite good. So that is a highlight.
Nice.
I would like to add the weather of Bangalore. Like, how can we miss it?
Yeah, it was so cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we are just kind of half dead with the heat here in Vadodara,
Yeah.
and Bangalore felt
Yeah.
much of a
Within the
relief.
span of like half an hour, I have seen like the rain, the sun shining bright, and then again a rainbow coming. Like within half an hour, like everything was happening there. We could see like the clear clouds and everything. So
Yeah. Yes.
I'll not add the traffic, but weather.
That wasn't the highlight, but fine. But I think even I would say, even if the traffic maybe moving from one place to another, but because we all were traveling together, I think that time was,
Yes.
we don't even know how it went.
Yeah, correct.
It was fun. Eventually, traffic was fun too.
And while we are at it, I would say food was also very amazing.
Well, food is always important.
Always.
Yeah, Purvi. So, coming in from a mobile background and then looking at SUGCON as a conference which is for backends and frontends and website development and all, what is your thought process?
So basically, what I think is that we as a developer continuously into the development and the solution of that particular problem mindset, right? We meet different category of people. We meet marketers, BAs, then the leads, the Sitecore leads. So interacting with them and getting know their perspective and what they are thinking about the future, it was a great experience that way as well for me.
Well, I think that was it. Anybody would like to add anything else to this?
Yes, I want to.
Sure.
So, preparation of the SUGCON presentation was little bit hectic for us. We have to work on Saturday, Sunday, but for me, it was little bit hectic, but it was rewarding as well. It was great, full of the opportunities. So,
Nah, good to know.
I also, yeah.
Sure.
So I just, if someone is, I just want to add 2 points. So one point is take a risk. So when we heard about that SUGCON is again happening in Bangalore, and it was I was a bit hesitate, should I apply or not, but I take that risk. So it was so I'm quite happy that I took that risk. And second, keep hardworking and be patient. In my journey to presenting at SUGCON, there were many hurdles. So I was being patient, and thanks to my colleagues, it was a pretty smooth journey. So take risk and be patient.
Nice one, Ajay. Yeah, Priyanka.
Like, I just add to like what Ajay said. Like, if someone is preparing or want to go as a speaker, like if they want to like submit papers or the topic for next year's SUGCON. So I just wanted to give few of the cheat sheets, I would say. Like if you're submitting the topic, like just focus your like taking the technology or the topic which is trending at that moment, or if it's not trending, that it adds value to the Sitecore community. Like you're presenting something which is not yet implemented, like you are kind of doing something which is innovative at that moment. Or I would also like to add to this thing only, like if you are like if your topic is selected and if you are going to present, like try to add some real life scenario use cases as well. That will give you the confidence in like presenting, as well as it will give you the interactive audience. Because the last year when we went to Delhi, the audience was different. Like they were so curious about everything, like the AI, the Sitecore, like how things are happening. They were questioning about. And if I talk about the audience at Bangalore, like they were into the technology only. Like they wanted everything in and out, like how Sitecore is working. Like if I talk about my topic, like we talk about personalization, and they were like so into the depth of personalization. Like they're asking I got some question about how we can implement latitude and longitude into the personalization scenarios. So yeah, I would say like we can implement use cases if we are going as a speaker. I do agree with Krishna, like we have to spend weekends, like we have worked approx 48 days continuous. We are working on weekends here only, and like yeah, it takes a lot of efforts and here and there, like you have to spend some extra time over it. But yeah, it's rewarding. It's like the experience will be out of like what you have thought of. So yeah, you should take a risk for that.
It's satisfying, of course.
It's satisfying. Like
Wow.
at the end, like coming back, you will feel like you have done something. Like you have like presented as well as you have interacted with so much people. Like it will give you the satisfaction of like you have contributed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
and people are very supportive for that.
They are always. I mean, of course, when you are speaking for the first time, right, you'll have that thought process that people will judge you for it. But actually, people will like what you're presenting because they are looking forward for your session. They want to learn things. That is the best part about Sitecore community.
Yeah.
2 things which I would like to add again. Okay, one is don't mug up, just know the subject and just share your knowledge. And second thing, don't submit the topic with ChatGPT, please. I have personally felt this, that if I am writing something on my own and if I'm getting that text to ChatGPT and then look at that flowery language, of course it looks very good, delving into this, doing that, all those things, but I think it loses the emotion. It doesn't communicate my emotion, what I exactly want to do or what I want to say with my words.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So
Like if
take
we're
your time.
submitting the topic, while submitting the topic, like we have to describe everything which we want to deliver. Even
Precisely.
just you have an idea of it, like what you are going to do, and you don't have the use cases or POC ready.
Yeah.
But if you're like submitting the topic, should describe every detail about it.
The insights of what
Insights
exactly.
and
Yeah.
what exactly you are going to do, because that will give the person who is going to judge or who is approving the topics, like the Sitecore community, to see what actually we are going there for. So that's important, like mentioning all the details.
Yep. Cool. Well, thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
And
Thanks, Varun, for having us.
yeah, and hope this adds value to you. And well, see you all in the next SUGCON. Cheers.
Wait. What about Varun? Your experience? How was you were going food? It was your fourth time at SUGCON.
Yes, it was. Yeah. So yeah, luckily I have been able to attend all the 4 SUGCONs that have happened in India, and out of that I have spoken at 3. So 2019, 2023, and 2024, all 3. And yeah, it's been great. Overall, it is good to see how the Sitecore community is expanding. The first SUGCON technically feels like just a small nuclear family, I would say. And the one that we just attended feels like a full extended family with 10 uncles and 15 aunties. Just kidding. But I mean, it feels very nice. And overall, it's also good to see how overall the community is maturing with Sitecore products and sharing their knowledge within the community. Initially, like even if I compare last year and this year, I think there was a vast difference. So one who has attended SUGCON with me would like to add, if you would like to add something. Last year it was more about just having a top view of the things, versus this year at Bangalore, the attendees wanted to get in depth.
Yeah.
Right? They wanted to know how it really works. And I think one another thing which I feel is, I think this was the first SUGCON wherein we also had clients.
Yeah.
Right.
There were a lot of Sitecore customers who attended SUGCON this year, and a lot of them interacted with us and had a lot of things to share, which also opens a lot of our minds, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, because then it technically tells us what to do and what not to do. Like when they are having those problems maintaining the solutions, or maybe having kind of a business problem, and which Sitecore product can fit in there and solve the problem. So all these are interesting conversations to have. And I think it was more of a mini symposium, I would say. So I've been at Sitecore Symposium a couple of times, long back, not recent, but symposiums are generally this huge, and they add a lot of value. I mean, sharing of a lot of things which are coming in Sitecore world, that was there this year because we had Roger. So last year also we had Peter and Rob sharing insights about Sitecore products. But overall, I think with Roger's session, it was more about where Sitecore as a company is going and where they're going to focus on in next year. So I think all those things were nice things to understand, to know about. That's all.
I want to share one of my experience with Varun. So I was very nervous at first time. Should I submit topic or not? He supported me a lot, and he rejected my draft twice. It is not what you want to say, and he told me it's like from ChatGPT and all. So
Yeah.
yes, your twice rejection made some values, and finally my topic got selected. So.
Yeah, because I would say one thing. You know what? Because when you were talking about your topic and when you're giving me the text about the topic, I felt there was a lot of difference there.
Because it was my first time, so I don't know any idea about it, how I can submit, how I need to add in description, how was that important.
I also want to add, Varun helped me a lot about the
man,
whole
come
journey. So you want to add something for our viewers, or how you can prepare and something key points?
Well, I think it is pretty simple, learn a new thing, which is kind of, a Sitecore product, understand a business problem, try solving it with Sitecore and other products in place, and just demo it to people. So that is it. And again, don't prepare. No need to mug up, no need to create any detailed things. Understand the topic yourself and try simplifying it, because simplicity always works, and simplicity is something that gets absorbed faster.
That's the key to like keep your audience intact with you.
Yeah. Even when there is no electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So anyone can ping him anytime, whenever they want to submit topic in SUGCON.
Ready to help wherever you need. Thank you guys. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.